we got the call to go and see Mr. Shaw, who was going to operate on us
In Stoke.
in Stoke.
How long was this after you'd been like first diagnosed with everything?
Oh, when did we see Mr. Shaw? Well, he was very blunt.
Yeah.
He showed us the scan pictures, the X-ray, the MRI. Oh yeah, because he had an MRI.
Yeah.
With contrast and all that lot. Took ages. And when we was looking at the scan pictures, he then started to tell us of everything that could happen when he was under the knife. Because he had to go under the knife whether we wanted it or not. Because he said it would take you down. It
now became reality. That was quite scary because he read through all what he'd seen on the scan, but he wasn't saying what the outcome was going to be. And I got like really upset, and I says, tell me the truth. And I says, you know, is this something I'm going to come out of, or is it not? You need to tell me now because I can't take it anymore. And he says, you'll come out of it.
He says, yeah, I'm doing the operation, we can do it.
Yeah.
He said, but you have to be aware that about 50 things can happen. I thought, wow. So I was crying quietly because I didn't want him to see me crying, but so was he as well.
Yeah.
And it was just, wow, why Mick?
Yeah, of course.
Of all people, happy, positive, outgoing, getting out there, working.
Yeah.
Why Mick?
And then we kind of got the call, didn't we?
Yeah.
To go into Stoke because that was the time they was going to do the operation.
Yeah.
Which again was like a bit of a journey when we got there because I arrived at the hospital early in the morning. You know, it's a big enough day, and basically there was rumours that they wasn't going to be able to operate on me because there was no availability in intensive care when I was to come round. So they came and said, we're not sure if we can operate, which really is quite a harsh thing to deal with at the time. And then Mr. Shaw was fighting to find me an intensive care bed. And then he came in the room, didn't he? And he basically said, you've got 10 minutes.
10 to 10, he came in and he said, got your bed, see you down there in 10.
How do you mentally prepare? What were you telling yourself in those moments?
I didn't tell her, You just
went?
It's going.
Yeah. You had no choice.
I had no choice. And that was probably the best way because they wheeled me, you know, obviously said goodbye to people, and they wheeled me into to start the surgery. Next thing, you know, you're down, aren't you? You're asleep, and the guys are fighting for, 14 hours to do what they need you to do.
So in those 14 hours, you were...
I was with mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Margaret and me, we booked into a hotel about 4 miles down the road. So we walked down to the door with him to the theatre.
Yeah.
He was lying in bed and we was thinking, you know, we kissed him goodbye. I said, I love you.
Yeah.
He went, yeah, see you later.
That's the thing, were you both thinking like there will be because obviously you don't want to explicitly say this is a goodbye. Well,
I thought, oh my God, this could be it.
Yeah.
This may be the very last time I see my husband alive. So that when he went through the doors, that was hard.
No, of course, it's a hard thing to take. And when you woke up, what do you remember the first couple of days? Or
not really, did I? I wasn't really with it. But the main thing in my mind, I knew that I was coming through this thing, and the journey was going to begin now. And I was so determined to now get out of this bed and head for home and get on with what I do. And that was a massive thing, you know. Within a short time, they started taking the tubes out. I was starting to feel I could stand on my own at last.
Yeah, didn't the nurse come in and...
Yeah, and again, that was a massive part of what it was, because the nurse came along and chatted to us and basically said, we need to see you walking quite quickly, because if it's not right, we'll get you back in surgery to rectify the problem, because it's obviously quite easy to catch something. And when I swung my legs round, for sure, I couldn't feel my legs, and now I really did start crying, because I thought it was over.
That's it. But then you, being you...
yeah, there was a way to deal with it, and there was only one way to sort this problem out, and I decided when she walked off, the best thing to do was fall out of bed on purpose, and hopefully the strength will show its colours here. So I fell out of bed and crawled along the wall on my hands and knees, and decided it was time to stand up, and made a massive desire to stand up, and managed to stand on my feet and perhaps walk a bit like a robot for a few steps. And I so believed in myself after that moment. It was incredible.
How soon were you back on a bike?
2 weeks.
2 weeks after the
2 weeks
surgery.
after the surgery, I was back on a bike, fighting my son, who didn't really want me to do it. But the only way I was going to recover was to go and do it. And now we're on a 6-monthly scan period. So the next 6 months, again, you know, we'll be back into hospital to have the MRI scan, and hopefully this journey keeps going. The surgeon's fighting very hard to get behind me to put this crazy Dakar race to bed and go and compete it. And my dream is to walk back to Stoke Hospital at the end of it and hopefully rattle a tin and put it down on the counter and go, thank you. And all the people who've helped make this reality will come with me, and we'll all walk in there proud and walk out with a massive thank you.